Drinking buddies, let's talk about the 5 whiskeys that you should be hunting this fall. Try this Redrest 27 here.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So I just got done filming an episode with Brooks Reed. Big fan of his all the way back to college. He played in the NFL for 10 years. He gave me this awesome sample of this Redrest 27. Definitely want to try this out. Before we get into our top 5 bottles you need to be hunting this fall, Redrest 27. Now, I know I've never tasted any whiskeys this old, and I know for a fact I've never tasted anything even close to this age. It's in barrel proof, or high proof at least. I'm not sure if it's barrel proof, but it's 110 proof. And the older scotches I've tasted were all low proof. So I'm really excited for this. Oh, it's got a very unique nose. As you guys know, I'm used to bourbon, and this is an Irish. Oh man, I'm blown away by the nose. It's kind of malty, but kind of like musty, and there's a little bit of a funk going on that I would call like old attic. But it's kind of sweet, and there's something spicy in there on the nose. Maybe like black pepper. Oh my God, the mouthfeel on that is straight up phenomenal. It's got a really cool burn on it that just burns on the tip of my tongue. That straight up tastes like apricot nectar, like those cans of apricot nectar you get at the grocery store for like 69 cents. That is apricot nectar. Drinking buddies, this is truly wonderful. This is truly a unique experience. I know this is a very expensive, hard to find bottle, but if you ever get a chance to try a pour, it is quite an experience. This is wonderful, wonderful whiskey. All right, drinking buddies, let's get right to it. So obviously fall is basically upon us, and there are a lot of whiskeys that release in the fall. Our general always release calendar will always include the Pappies and the BTAC. Well, chances are pretty good we're not going to get any of those anyway. So I tried to come up with some solutions that will be hopefully a little bit easier to find than those. I have one on this list that I think might be pretty limited release, but I'm still going to look for it anyway. But first, I wanted to talk about BRT01. Now, I know I mentioned this in my previous video for the summer, but I still haven't heard of it hitting anywhere. If it's hitting your area, please tell me in the comments. But Maker's Mark Wood Finishing Series BRT01, 110.6 proof. You guys know I love these Maker's limited releases. This one's going to be 10 virgin toasted American oak staves, dropped into the barrel, finished with that. It's going to make for a really unique experience. Can't wait to try it. Looking for that one, about $65. Number 4 is going to be one that I'm not an enormous fan of the distillery, but that's just purely because I think their main still products are a little young, and that's Wyoming. I like what they're doing. Their products aren't bad. They're just a little bit young. And so for their 10-year anniversary, they're releasing a 10-year-old wheated bourbon. And we don't have a proof or price for this yet, from what I could find. But I will be looking for this one. I'm excited for this one, and I think it'll be cool to try something, over, an older product, older wheated product that's not from Buffalo Trace, or, maybe Lux Row. We just don't get older wheaters very often. So for number 3, this is the one that I'm not sure how limited it's going to be, but I'm going to be looking for it dramatically, even though it carries a really high price point. This is the most expensive bottle on the list by far. It's going to retail for about $250. I know that's a really pricey bottle, but for me, I am a turkey lover. I'm a turkey fan. I love Russell's Reserve, and this is going to be Russell's Reserve Single Rickhouse. This is going to be from their Warehouse C, from levels 3 and 4, 112.4. Yes, that's barrel proof. I'm excited for this one. I know it might just be like a fancier rare breed or a fancier Russell's private selection, but the truth is, I want to see what the best Wild Turkey has to offer, and I think this might just be that. Next up, we have a really cool release from High West, and that's going to be their year release of Midwinter Night's Dram at 98.6 proof. However, they're doing this year as a celebration of their 10-year anniversary. And so this year's offering is going to be called the Encore, and it is going to be finished in white port barrels instead of the regular ruby port barrels. And I'm just really curious what that's going to taste like, what unique things that's going to bring to the table. And I think it could be a really, really unique, fun pour. And then last up, my number one, you guys know I already talked about Wild Turkey. I love Wild Turkey. So my number one bottle I'm going to be hunting for this fall is going to be Wild Turkey Master's Keep, the Unforgotten. This is going to be a Boo Rye that is finished in rye barrels. What's a Boo Rye? Well, it'll be a bourbon and rye blend that they finished in some rye barrels. It's going to be 105 proof, so it's not dramatically high proof, not dramatically low proof, kind of in that sweet spot. This will be about $200, so once again, it's a pretty hefty price tag. But I'm only going to buy one bottle, and it'll probably last me several years. So I can definitely justify it that way. And these Master's Keep bottles, I'm just going to keep buying them. I think that they have one release a year. I'll plan to spend that $200 every year. It's not really out of the question that I will still have these bottles in 10 years. So. Drinking buddies, that is my list. Be sure to, on September 19th, watch my video where I have Brooks read on the channel, and we try to beat a sample of Pappy 15. And he tells the really cool story of how he got his bottle of Pappy 15. Yeah, if it's after September 19th, just go watch that video right now. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.